Everybody, it's me. How are you doing? So God bless John Lewis, right? Just God bless him. And as you guys said, Violetta and I were just talking about someone strong. I'm not worried about Ruth. I don't know why. I'm not feeling her passing. I'm not feeling it. But I was worried about President Jimmy Carter. But it wasn't him. Remember when I first saw the black wreath on the White House and I said somebody in the White House was going to cross? Some of you guys who've only recently followed me, this was way back, several years ago. And I think within a week, Mrs. Bush died. And then, right after that, her husband, well, a year or so after that. But I saw the wreath. This time I didn't get a wreath on the White House, but I went ahead and calmed myself down and energetically asked if I could, because it's very hard to reach people who have just crossed, if he was there. And I could hear Martin Luther King, who has come to me before, as clear as day, telling me he is with us. He is with us. And he's awakening. So basically, he must have been pretty sick or something. So he's letting stuff wear off and he's over there. So a lot of family. I saw him really happy seeing a lot of family. So listen, of course, I was boo-hooing all morning because I remembered this song and I found it. Patty Griffin sings it. And she based it on, and I have it on my YouTube, her YouTube video you can watch under the community channel. And listen to these words, it's beautiful. And listen to the singing too if you can, because it was so touching. But the words are, I went up to the mountain because you asked me to, up over the clouds to the sky, to where the sky was blue. I could see all around me everywhere. I could see all around me everywhere. Sometimes I feel like I've never been nothing but tired. And I'll be walking till the day I expire. Sometimes I lay down, no more can I do. But then I go on again because you asked me to. That's so beautiful. That's like them. That's how they are, you guys. Some days I look down, afraid I will fall. And though the sun shines, I see nothing at all. Then I hear your sweet voice. Oh, come and then go. Come and then go, telling me softly you love me so. The peaceful valley, just over the mountain, the peaceful valley, few come to know. I may never get there ever in this lifetime, but sooner or later, it's there. I will go sooner or later. Woo! Hello. So needless to say, I didn't know if I'd be able to read this to you guys because John Lewis is at peace. We're the ones that have to be stuck here. And I almost feel like I'll be able to tap into his energy. So we'll check a little later. Right now, we're not allowed to. Okay. Martin Luther King just came forward. Said, I'll talk to you. This collective racism that goes on in the world has been there for centuries. It's part of the sad diagnosis of man. Always creating chaos. It's not just the white man, it's other nations. Okay, so what do you want me to tell everybody? We are here with you. And know that our youth are the ones who will speak in again. This hardship that you suffer on this earth plane, know that this will cleanse us all. Cleanse you all, not us all. Cleanse you all and create our new beginning. Racism, yes, indeed, the answer to the question is racism will be a thing of the past. But man must learn the hard way. Evil will always exist. It's unfortunate. But we will gather up as one. And in our prayers, we will overpower this underhandedness. It's almost like I'm seeing pictures of darkness going like in a gutter, like going through the sewer. Like they'll have to hide because the light's too bright. We will create heaven on earth. So here where we stand now, there is no fear. And part of man's suffering, I'm getting verklempt. Part of man's suffering is through fear. When you stand in fear, you're never truly awake. And the hand of God itself cannot grab you and lift you. But we're so busy telling these sad stories and this anger that filters through us has to be stopped. It cannot be compatible with life as we know it. We are full of love for you from here. Know that we are with you. He said, Linda, be the guardian. Be the guardian of the sword of truth. You and others, all of you. We are here. We're not up there. We're here collectively with man. Listen. All you have to do is listen. All of this seems so lost, but know that we are with you, and this will cleanse us and create a new beginning, something as we could only dream of. Understand we love you. So weird. I just saw elephants passing them by. Like beautiful, majestic elephants walking by. Honor yourselves. Honor your brother. Don't stand in fear. Don't stand in anger. We will gently lift mankind to the new beginning. And there will be tears shed. He just said that. Oh my God, is that beautiful or what? Holy cow. I got the heebie-jeebies, you guys. I got a little verklempt too. I got the heebie-jeebies. We are here. Okay, thank you. No, thank you, he said. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this. Oh my God, you guys. I got to tell you something he just sent to me. Well, you know, I don't know why I got like something in my eye. I'm not crying from this side. I went to the MLK museum where he was killed, the hotel in, was it Tennessee? I know I was down there because a lot of my kinfolk grave sites I visited down there. But I went to the hotel. Everything's the same. They even had a plexiglass where you can look in the room where he stayed. 2 little beds were there and all the stuff, their coffee cups, everything were there. Nothing was touched. And they have a real nice area down below. You can buy things. There's a big museum. It's beautiful. If you can see that, see it. And then you can go across the street and see where actually John Earl Jones and all the stuff there, including the gun and everything. So, anyway, so I went down into the gift store and they had t-shirts. And, you know, of course I take a petite. And all they had was small. And it was like, what? You know how I get. Remember I told you I go to concerts and I always yell out, oh, I'll take a large. But normally I take a petite. But this time I like a little something, a little, you know, fluffy to sleep in. But they didn't have a large. He just told me just now. And I totally forgot about it. He said, if you come back to the museum, though, have a large for you. Oh my God, I can't believe you. Well, maybe it's my subconscious that's talking to you guys, but I hadn't even thought of that. I haven't been there in what, four years or 3 years or 4 years it's been. So, thank you. Thank you, Dart. He keeps emphasizing about the youth. Sorry. He keeps emphasizing about the youth. Our youth will create our new freedom. And in answer to the question, and someone wrote me, will this collective energy of racism ever be gone? And I asked my guides when they told me, and it felt like it was going to be about 10 years is what I got. But he's saying, yes, in fact, and it feels sooner than 10 years. Collectively, we're just going to stop with this madness. And what happens is it just, you don't even pay attention. I'll tell you when I paid attention, I moved to Marin County and I used to live in the East Bay and I worked at a county hospital. And it was very, all races, all types. But I did notice that Marin was white country. Never seen so many white people. I'm like, y'all white. They're like, yeah, so are you. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I do have some of that. My dad couldn't help it that he was white. Anyway, so, okay. So listen, tomorrow we're having, God, that was weird. I feel weird. I feel high. What happened was I could collectively feel the suffering of John, and I could feel the absolute devastation of the trauma he felt in his life. Briefly, just briefly, I tapped into it. Because he was 80, so that's going back a ways. And I saw his family too. Sorry, something was on my tooth. And in that moment, that pain was almost more than I could bear. I could barely catch my breath. And I was sobbing. I haven't sobbed like that in so long. Sobbing with the collective consciousness of the suffering that everyone had gone through. Yet they stood strong. And yet they kept on. And that's that beauty, probably the collective consciousness, if I was to check in to my Comanche Nation and listen and hear and feel the pain of everybody and what they went through. I had half white in me, so I never went through that kind of out and out racism. But my mom did. Okay. So, Sterling's here tomorrow. Now, I got to tell you guys something, and we mentioned it before. Please don't write me at StandUpPsychic@Comcast.com and ask me to ask Sterling a question, because Dan, my assistant, and Sterling's wife, Linda, they're the ones that choose the questions. So they go, when I post it on YouTube, hey, Sterling asked your questions, they go and pick them out, and then I make a copy of it and I read it off. I'm just as, I'm not intermingled in the questions. So initially if you'd sent them, I would forward them to Dan, but it's getting a little bit too much. So if you guys could go onto the community channel, and when you see me say, okay, time for the questions for Sterling, ask your questions there, which means you have to belong to my channel. Okay, now, everybody was asking about our Ruth. And when I heard she had cancer again, I said, she's going to hang in there. 6 months, that's all she needs, 6 months. She's determined. She's powerful. If it wasn't Trump that was in office, let's say Hillary did win, she would have stepped down a while ago and said, I'm not going to suffer like this. But she's going through this, and it's almost like she's Superwoman, because the power in her spiritual self is strong, and there's a lot of energy around her. Just like I told you, even Biden has sort of a light, like he's supposed to come and do this. So when she gets these diagnoses and she goes through a little chemo and stuff, all she needs is 6 months, and then she'll stop fighting. Now I see her stepping down. She'll be someone that they have like... Now, and here's the sad part about John Lewis is they're not going to be able to have a huge funeral or anything, or a statesman funeral because of the virus. He's saying none of that is... Okay, thank you. I just heard them say, none of that makes it, you know, it's all nice and everything, but it doesn't make it... It's okay, just the thought that people are praying for him is good as standing there in front of him. Your prayers are appreciated. So Ruth, because when I see her in Ruth Ginsburg, when did I say Gator? Ruth Ginsburg is in the hospital. I just panic energetically. So tell me what I can tell everybody. What can I tell everybody about our sweet Ruth? How's she doing? And right now she's on a break. I'm going to tell you, the people that are around her, the other justices, I don't see anybody except for Thomas. I see Thomas making no comment. But I don't see anybody wishing she'd go. You know, McConnell, they're biting at the bits. Even if she passed 2 days before Trump was to exit, he would try something. Trust me, he would try something. So she's hanging in there, you guys. I don't want you to worry. Look at this. She's got strength. Thank you. This is a high card. Sometimes it can mean money, but since it's in the higher consciousness, it would mean collectively everybody's wishing her well-being. She receives the gifts of the spirit. Okay, so she's fighting it. She's looking at the world. She's making decisions. Here's Trump. Here's Trump. He's like, what? I don't understand. Why hasn't she exited? Look at this. She's got a lot of people that loves her, that's around her. And the outcome is the Three of Coins. So Three of Pentacles, which is like a marriage or a celebration. So I do not see her dying. I'm going to tell you, I know she's sick and I know eventually she'll die, but I do not see it now. And I see her actually celebrating in the marriage of the new person that's coming in. So whoever they pick in her place, she'll approve. It's another woman. Yeah. Ooh. So anyway, and then you guys wanted me to look at Portland and those people, you know, without identifying themselves. And I know this is off the wall, but without identifying themselves. If someone came up to me, you know, if you have a permit to carry, what's to stop them from shooting the person trying to take them? It's really weird. But this is Barr with Trump's approval. And that Prince guy. What can you tell me? Who are these people coming and grabbing? They're so exposed now, it's making it nearly impossible. They're too exposed. God, this is terrible. It's like living in Russia. Even Oregon wants them out. They're like, who the F are you guys? Trump thinks law and order is going to get him in. This guy is so far out there. Tell me about somebody today, a real nice client said, I like when you shuffle. I know some of you guys are like, come on, Linda, come on. But she said, it gives me peace. So thank you. So we're collecting news. We're collecting news about what's going on, okay? Some people are, it's like they're leaving so much to our imagination, we're kind of going cray-cray. So a lot of hearts are broken about this, you guys. And I don't know who's paying them or what's happening, but money will be reversed. You know, Congress needs to start stripping money. I've been seeing that, and I don't know when they're going to do it, but I almost feel like they're going to say, you know, we can't trust you, Mr. President, so we're going to take the money out of the DOJ because you had no right to do this. Remember that, okay? Because they're going to hit them with the money card. Peace will come. Peace will come. They're trying to play us for fools. And the whole world is waking up, you guys. We can't get too much into the anger, just like Martin Luther King said, but just know that this too shall pass. And so this will almost like disappear, but they're not explaining themselves is what's happening. That's why we get that. What the hell, you know? So I don't see, even if it goes on another time, it's like they're on them. Boy, people are investigating this left and right. Ooh, I love it. Now, let's take a look-see at Mary. You know, a lot of people said, oh, this wasn't, they didn't know this would affect him. It has affected him. And let me tell you something. She sold 1 million+ books. And you don't think that matters to him? He doesn't like anybody to get more. That's the way you get him. That's why when Biden wins by a landslide, that's why he's all shook up. It's because how dare, you know, I look like a fool now. And someone on some news show said that, and I'm going to tell you, I'm here to tell you that's exactly what's going to happen. He will lose by such a large amount, he won't fight it. Or maybe he was even married. He will lose by such a large amount, they're going to say, he's going to say, F you people. Mary. So, Mary Trump's book, is it affecting Donald at all? You know, what he did to that child is really, you know, it's just like putting the kids down in prison. He has no care for children except his own. The Ace of Cups crossed with the Page of Wands. So this is like the talk. People are talking about this. He's very disappointed. Very disappointed. I guess this is her card. The Four of Cups. You know, he didn't even care for her. He acts like he didn't even know her, but he hired her to work on his, ghostwrite his books. He's looking to Russia to help him. Why would he look to Russia? Yeah, but it's out of control. The news is going fast and people are talking about it. I'm telling you guys, he's getting more and more not liked. People are not into him. But Russia's part of this. Russia, he's going to look to Russia to play some game on her or do something to her. She's actually I feel people are looking out for her. I don't see anything bad happening to her. So, and you know what? The family is like, oh, how could she do this? And she actually doesn't care. And she's making more money than she would have from that Trumpster. Okay, so, and did you see Ivanka said all you need to do is pick something else if you can't get a job? You just have to, you know, the one who never had to work, really. So tell me about Ivanka. How is she faring? Is she happy? Because anything she does. And then they did that bean. They put that soya bean out, which is totally illegal for her to do. That bean could have something in it to kill people. And their people love them so much they'll buy the bean. Just like they took that pill that killed them. They'll inject the disinfectant. People were having to say, no, you can't do that. You can't drink Clorox. So Ivanka, how are you doing? I just heard not very well, thank you. Whoa. I see Jared talking to her, talking about what they're going to do when they lose the... Jared is very frank about this. It's interesting. He can see that Trump's going to lose. Sometimes I thought, is Jared working on behalf of somebody else? Because some of their advice has been so bad, it makes you wonder. But no, that's how stupid he is. And Trump has complained plenty about him to everybody. Trump is not loyal. They're talking about what they're going to do. I see. Ooh, yes. I might have said this before. I see subpoenas. I see that as soon as January 20th, on the 21st, people are getting hit. I even see her trying to be nice to Biden. So remember, I never saw Trump being there, but it might be Pence, and I could see her, congratulating him or trying to be sweet, but it's not going to make any difference. Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Yeah, I've told you guys, this is as prophesied. Her fortune changes. She's fortune's fate. They want him to win so bad, but the truth is coming out. The money is just totally reversed on this deck, you guys. Reverse. Her happiness, or what she thought was happiness, is reversed. And the justice of truth is there. I'm telling you, her husband's going to jail. I don't see her in jail. I don't know if they come up with a decision, But I've often felt that they would prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Donald Trump was not a legitimate president. And that removes everything. Okay, so I just want to ask one last question. I want to know if McConnell, because they're sitting there in silence. They're just sitting there in silence. They're not saying a word. Is McConnell going to have to pay the piper? Now, we're not asking for revenge, because that's not good to do. But will justice be served on a golden platter? Will McConnell end up McConnell, what's up with you? And then he told everybody, I will not allow any bill to pass if a Democrat, oh yeah, guess what, sucker. Chump. Yeah, he's getting an eye. Here's Trump right on top of him. Bad. Oh, he made money off of him, though. You know who's going to pay is his wife. His wife is in some deep trouble. Deep doo-doo. Here's Biden standing right there. Justice. You know what will surprise him most of all? The gathering of people celebrating his loss. People are, all nations, Germany, England, I see people marching, bouncing up and down, giggling, squealing. It's like the end of World War II. It's going to be that kind of feeling. Like, yes, yes. And McConnell is just, and he'll try to act he'll try to be civil. But, whatever. Bye, McConnell. Yeah, it's kind of getting out of hand. Now, we will see in the next couple of months, especially when the stock market starts doing another downturn, we'll start seeing people kind of criticizing Trump and bailing out. But he's not going to have those boys with him anymore. And he will try. He's got information on him thanks to Russia. Okay, go ahead. Thank you. So they're telling me that he'll actually spill some stuff. Some of it's not true, but some of it's true, of information he got on Russia about certain people, and he will say it out loud. But the thing is, his reputation's so bad, and he already has over 20,000 proven lies. Who's going to listen? So anyway, all right, you guys. You guys have rocked. I'll see you manana. And, my little private team, my membership only, we're doing that tomorrow at 12:30. Membership only, so I'll gather up with you again tomorrow, Sunday at 12:30. God, we're almost the 20th. Monday's the 20th of the month. 6 months. Biden will be in. I can't wait, you guys. And then we only got like, well, we're almost ending July. Before you know it, August 3rd, it'll be 3 months before we vote again. Oh, not that I'm counting, mind you. Not that I'm counting. Okay. Ciao, you guys. Bye.